Hello YouTubers and fellow Square Enix fans, my name is Daryl from Final Fantasy Fan, and today we're continuing our Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. I am here in Golden Saucer, where we last checked off. I had a bit of a quick end to my stream last time. There's been a few things going on, but yeah. I don't know how to call it right now. Let's just say I'm still dealing with it. And I spent a fortune on Grand Saucer points, whatever you want to call them, MGP, trying to get those two cards from the gold and silver pack. Now I'm not sure if we were just super unlucky, or whether that's normal, but we spent 300,000 gold, 300,000 MGPs on just those cards alone. And oh, it kinda describes how I'm feeling right now. Empty wallets. I laugh, but yeah, it's actually not a laughing matter, but what can you do, right? Better to laugh than to cry, I'd say. And right now I'm just streaming Final Fantasy, which helps me deal with a lot of things. Always has, always will. Ooh, I made that jump. That seemed rather far, but miraculously was able to make it. Jeez, I nearly overjumped that one. Not sure if I missed any, truth be told. Like, we only got 3 bronze so far. I get a feeling I missed something, but I don't think I did. I double checked everything. We're looking at right now. 4 bronze, 2 silver. Oops. Oh man. These jumps are horrible. I'm not made for this kind of stuff. Nope. Luckily there's a kind of like a safety net, this tree. You don't fall all the way down. Unless you jump outwards. Like that. Almost jumped next to it. Really? Really? I'm not the only one that's struggling here. That's a positive, I suppose. It's not just me. It genuinely is hard. These will just do half jumps. I mean, this one's probably not a half jump. Ooh, that was close. I'm still missing a bronze. Let's see what I need to do. Let me get to the exit. There we go, touch the exit. Next, let me get the gold one. Now once I have the gold one, I'll just yeet myself off and look for the bronze one. It's probably somewhere at the start. That's not a possible jump. Wait, how did I get there? It's this one. It's a rather long-ass jump. Panic much? Well, I got the cactuar. I guess that's what matters, because I also touched the exit already. Yeah, all I need is bronze, wherever that one is. There it is, right at the start. I passed that one already. So, abandoned duty, no. I guess either we have to wait for the timer to end. I'm not sure if it will count if I leave. Having said that, we can just try it again, I suppose. Or not. I kind of don't want to risk it by ending, because I do have a perfect score. We touched the end. We got all the cactuars, so... People are always complaining about the tree. The tree is the easiest part, in my opinion. Should have fallen off there, to be honest. Is it me, or is this level rather long as well? It seems a bit longer than average. Like the cactuars are spread out a bit more. Whee! Oh well. Got 1 minute. I don't think that's enough for me to get all the way to the top, really. Dude, that jump is way too far. You should have realized that. There we go. It's the same little pop-up. It's the same gray bar, so I reckon just leaving it might have been enough. Yeah, so like I said, we spent a fortune on MGPs just to get those 2 triple triad cards. Whether I could have gotten them somewhere else, I don't know actually, but the game is just telling me it's in those decks, so I spent a fortune getting them. These ones, Eorzea and Garlean. It's a silver triad card and gold triad card, so we spent a literal fortune trying to get these. Got Southern Fanaland, that's an area we still have to go to, and a triple triad trader, so we just have to trade it with him, which is definitely a lot easier since you know exactly how much it costs. It's this amount. You pay it, you get it. Done. Let's do the mini kegpot. Let's see if we're a bit lucky today. It's the worst card ever. Guess we got something out of it. 1080, which is the 4th highest score. Yeah, it's the highest one possible on that card. Wonder if that was the right one. Nope. Sunday. Une and Doga. Roland. No idea who that is. Warrior of Light, AA52. Still needed a guild test. 2 guild tests. Let's go back to Mordona. Speak with Minthili at the Rising Stone. Alright, there it is. Commence. That should be the final one, and then we have 10. This one again, come on. was number 10. I think the moment we leave it, that's when it counts. For the hunting log, or challenge log, I should say. Yo, Professor Void. Yeah, I changed my profile pic. How you doing? Glad you noticed. It's basically the same as my banner right now. I got a new banner as well. Still need to get a new profile pic. But for now, this will have to do. Maybe I'll put back my original one. How you been? How you doing? Oh, we got 3 recommendations there. Let's go. That's the max score we can get.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
No. No, my day was horrible today. I can tell you that. I'm not. I don't really have. I probably shouldn't explain it, and I won't because I promised.
Vessel for a primal soul?
But no, my day. No, it's definitely not a good day. But we're getting there.
Master Louis Soir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
Today I made great strides. I made a big step. That's all I'm saying.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
Yeah, it's a long story. But I made a big step today, and it's... no, it's alright, it's alright, thank you for asking. Normally that's a polite way to do it, right? My day was great, how about yours? No, today was a pretty shitty day, or is a shitty day. So that's why I've returned to Final Fantasy to take my mind off things. Let it settle down a little bit. And then start a fresh day tomorrow, I suppose. Tomorrow's a fresh new day. And got my schedule. And with the schedule I will start picking up the pieces again, basically. But, you know, for every door that closes, another one opens. That's always what I say.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before. Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Glad you're here, though.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
That's true. Life always goes on. And I don't want to sound too emotional, but life even goes on even without us. So, you know, life just does what it wants.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Yes, she did.
Midgard Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Well, we will find out. One way or another. The shit, well, how was the saying? Shit hit the fan and it hit hard. Or it's about to. The reason Roel. Ophelia would discuss how best to proceed in light of recent developments. Mina scoured the annals of the knowledge of Midgard Sommer. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? A commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Alright, is the shit already hitting the fan then? Not yet, right? I think we have a few more quests before all hell breaks loose. Hello, Alfinon. Vexus. 'Tis well what you are on hand. We have a problem. Roel has escaped. It happened shortly after the immortal flames took her into custody. She'd been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain with 2 guards. Splanch received inside help. It's plain. Citizens report seeing Roel quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes her quest for Meridium, I'm certain of it. Where her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what resource has she but to flee the Imperial Masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbard and the First are hot on Roel's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt. Yep. The party's starting. Vanillin. Northern Vanillin. Got a contraption. That's Omega. Ultima? Ultima or Omega? Omega? Ultima. That's Omega. Thanks for coming, Scion. Spoke with the soldiers here. They say that Roel walked through the camp not a bell ago. You should walk right through. He did not miss here. We have Robin's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for Mil, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Roel must not be allowed to reach the Castle Meridium. Right, I'll use my Magitech armor. Ratatatata. Pretty sure these things aren't designed to fly. Level sync in progress, alright? This wretch was Roel. He threw himself at us that the mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even she started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. Goddamn harpy. With me, Scion, we must have her. she is. She's already donned her Garlean armor. Well, there's the truth. We already knew it, but now it's confirmed. She's wearing Garlean armor, so... Want her all alive, kill the rest. Or Eorzea. Reinforcements. Good shot, man. What? Can't move. More reinforcements. Really aren't paying me enough. Fools, you can't stand against the Empire. I want to bet. They have healers. Kill them first. Join in and forgive us for our lateness. Holy moly, there's more of these guys. How many of them are there? There we go. Just destroyed like the entire Garlean Empire there. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, man. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. It's because I was there. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of her founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. Oh yeah, this game is pretty old. This game is more than 10 years old already. It's an MMO, so you know, they keep updating it, etc. The next expansion is coming out in like 2 months, so it's still very active. What would you know of Lo? You, a spoiled little lordling who's never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's-given right to rule over others. You know not of her plight, the injustice that we low-born as guardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive. Stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine. Fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the Flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you're the only person who ever have to suffer. In case you've forgotten, Raubon himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs, Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge other fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt and played it to the best of our abilities. Life with a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? It is true that we are both mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. We will return to Ulda to face justice, the people whose trust you've dragged through the gutter. Well, can I take her position? Just skip a few ranks. Just go straight from Lieutenant straight to Marshal. Not as much as a hint of remorse, as well as sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Robin chose his.
I've heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Robin. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Originally, they had to make you think that this guy was a good guy and Lolorito was the bad guy. Well, you can see for yourself what kind of guy this now is. The Leggy of the Leggy. Let us cling together. Alphino would ask another favor of you. Captain Ilbard and I have a few questions to the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstance of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall find our findings directly to General Rauban, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. Many thanks. But I have one task for you. Return to the Rising Stone and appraise Mephilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the end ascendant held Roel in high regard. For better or worse, you want to know how it still ends. Right? Back to Mordona it is. Also, let us cling together is the final quest I need to complete in order to get Shiva Extreme.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alphino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eline lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white Auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want...
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white Auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
It would seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the Auracite. And I could do with some help. Eorzea, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Poor Oriange. He's trying to get away from her.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Garlean motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident of the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Following the Calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Media Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Voris Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Huh, triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! Today I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Yeah, I like Raubon. I like Raubon's character a lot. He's in a tough spot, and he's just fighting all the unjust.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The Monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. But as you have informed us, the Monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Yeah, so the next part is where it's all involving Ul'dah. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Good intentions. Nephilia is considering which of her many responsibilities demand her utmost attention. I am most eager to address the Essien threat, however we do not neglect our other pressing concerns. To think the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take up so many responsibilities. Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not a shoulder to burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in return. Vexis, in particular, is an ever-steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe this pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monstrous ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raubon needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest development and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Umbrida's research is proceeding as planned? So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Eorzea is poring over her tombs in the walking sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem how to form an ethereal blade at will remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it's only a matter of time. Vexus, while we focus on the task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his brave suitors. It would do much to restore faith in the immortal flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound by the organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Well, I'm also part of the Immortal Flames, in case you forgot. Note, not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret. Hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dun riots. We are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have the favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. We need to go back to the Walking Sands, because we can get a quest that I'd like to do. Let me do this one first, I suppose, because it's still in the building. It's that eye patch dude from the Company of Heroes. The Whistle Dude. Pleasure as always, Vexus. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for him. If you would, be so kind to repeat your report for his benefits. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries on the source of weapon that they found their ways in the refugees' hands a way back. So it happens we got wind of something promising. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for his transactions to remain secret. Brings to mind the merchant who caught an arrow while taken to Vexus, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that the clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, make sure to might be prudent to intervene before they collect the goods. Savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as the clients. What do you say, Vexus? Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. Expect good tidings. I'm gonna use a ticket to go back to Eorzea. He should have a quest for us. Drop that Shiva. There it is. Not sure if she's seen my message. Rub that Shiva. A chill wind blows in Eorzea, and Urianje's eyes bespeak knowledge of the reason why. By day, high deeds were the people of Kurfus spared doom at the hands of the Dayform entity. Yet, if the missives we have received from Lord Drillamon of House Durandane speak of truth, it would seem that the hard-won respite have come and gone. Recovered from her wounds, the Lady Iceheart has rejoined the struggle against Ishgard. Wars is said that her disciples have already laid claim to a hoard of crystals. A horde far exceeding the quantity recently wrested from the caravans of House Fortan. It is all certain that the heretics' mistress intendeth to call upon Shiva once more. And so once more, Eorzea's blade of light be brought to bear against the primal. None save thee might enough to defeat such a foe. It is for the reason that Lord Dalamud hath requested the presence at Whitebrim Front. Pray thee hither with all haste. Right. Let's see if there's any triple triads over here. Because I will need Rachel's help anyway with the extreme. Which I think she's a bit busy right now, which is fine. Because we have some triple triads to do anyway. Did we already do them? There's nothing here. We already did them here, didn't we? No, there's one. There's one in Whitebrim. I think it's the only one we didn't do. A game? Why, it would be my pleasure. The boredom fair drove me sad. Long have I lain here, unable to train. Now once more I shall take the field of battle. Plus and chaos. 3 open. Oh, this. We just need to beat him. There you go. He's out of the picture. Hello, Lord Dalamud. My gratitude for your timely return, Vexus. Would that it be under better circumstances. Our efforts to contain the heretic threat in the western highlands beyond Snowcloak have suffered a grievous setback. In order to support expeditions further afield, we sought to establish an outpost at heretic's former fortress. Under guard, our craftsmen began the necessary improvements, and for the time being all proceeded according to plan. The building work had scarce begun when Isard's minions descended upon the fortress from all directions. If I were to guess, it would say that they deliberately delayed their attack until sufficient supplies had been delivered to their doorstep. I do not begrudge my men the decision to flee. By all accounts, I would have been slaughtered. Any saviors condemned to fate worse than death at the hands of their leader. However, by abandoning our crystal stores, we have given the heretics the means to summon the patron saint. I beseech you, Vexus, slayer of the gods of beastmen who banished once before the demon who threats us now. Lend us your strength, infiltrate Snowcloak and put an end to Iceheart's machinations. Sure. Thank you, my friend. Though I pay you can stop before she completes her ritual, I have faith you can defeat Shiva, should it come to that. One of Sir Emeric's temple knights awaits you at Snowcloak. He shall guide you through the secret tunnels to the Ifrit at the heart of the heretics' fortification, whence you may gain entrance to Iceheart's sanctuary as before. It's an honor, sir. When you are ready, I shall lead you through the tunnels to the Aephorite. We should not be troubled by the heretics or beasts any along the way, so you may concentrate solely on the task at hand. May your fury grant you strength to strike down the heathen with once and for all. Zoom in on its giant blinking eyes. Hey pussycat, what you doing? Go on, cat here next to me. You want some attention? Or food? Probably food. But I already gave him food, so... Let's see. So we go to Duty Finder, we do unrestricted off. We confirm. Then we go to Trials. I said Trials. Then Amphitheater X. There she is, Lady Iceheart. Do we already know her original name? I forgot. Shudder. Diamond Dust. Trumpet is a dragon from Shadowbringers. One of my favorite pieces of music as well. That was quick. I love her theme song, Shiva. Let it go. Wait, did I get an achievement? Oh yeah, there we go. Let it go. Yep. Feat Shiva, yeah. They always make references like that in MMOs. Let it go. Let it go. Nah, I'm not gonna sing. Nobody wants to hear me sing, really. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Or at least not that song. Embrace the serenity. Renounce the hatred that consumeth them. She probably has the coolest limit break as well. Like her ultimate attack, Diamond Dust. becomes immune at around 50%, so you need to do 50% damage, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Not really my intention, actually. It's just the weapons, I guess. I'm breeding them. Because I can turn them into seals. My seal supply is kind of low. The seals are currently at 9k. That's quite high, yeah. You can get one of those chests for 40,000. There we go. Eorzea's whistle. You can have the rest. Turn them into seals. I just want the whistle. So now that I have all the mounts from the primals, do I get a special mount now that I have all of them? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where do I get it? Oh yeah, I can see it now. It unlocked. A legend for a legend. The wandering minstrel of Reverend Stoll would like you to wet his whistle. What? Wait, what? How good it is to see you again, Vexus. Little have I had to wander in search of inspiration these past moons, to the very air, to resound words of your valorous deeds. Are rumors true? The primals of Eorzea resurrected in ever more ferocious forms, only to meet a swift end at your hand? I knew it, but tell me, in your forays amongst the beast tribe, did you ever come across a nightmare? Steeds of darkness, gifted to beat beast tribes by servants of evil as mounts for their unholy armies. Or so the rumor have it, for neither stable height nor inky hair have I seen firsthand. You've not only seen the fell beasts, but tamed them. Even the fabled magic steeds concentrated by primals themselves. I can scarce believe it possible, yet if any man is capable of defeat, it is you. I thought the animals were merely stuff of legends. Creatures of manifest darkness sacrificed by the beast tribe's unholy gods emerging from the void, recast in their elemental image. To think that not only these eldritch beings exist, but I know the very man to whom they answer. Yes, I see it now. You are the one, Vexus. The one to whom the Oracle spoke all these years ago. I wish for you to have this whistle. I collected it during my wanderings in the east, a gift from an ancient hermit who lived life in seclusion atop a holy mountain. At the time I thought a poor reward for climbing the top of that godforsaken peak. But as it turned to go, the hermit spoke unto me thus. The gift I give to you is no mundane instrument, only a matchless hero may sound its clarion call, and summon the ageless one, a legend to call a legend forth. Cold that it was, I thought him senile. A broken man with a broken whistle, and yet there was something in passion of his voice, the glint in his eyes, that told me that he was speaking the truth. Though my lips have never mastered a single peep from the thing, I've kept it at my side ever since. But now I'm gladly part with it, for who could the hermit have been speaking of but you, Vexus, a matchless hero who has defended the realm time and time again from the primal menace. A legend living who can call forth legendary beasts at will. Surely you must have foreseen our fateful meeting? Full faith have I that your heroic lips will succeed where my merely musical ones failed. What an honor it shall be to bear witness to the first encounter between the greatest hero of our time and a mythical creature of the like of which the world has never seen. What a song I shall make of it. What a sublime song calls for a sublime setting. You can think of none better than the crystal cliffs of Raffrost, overlooking Silvertear Lake. Forgive me for wishing to add a touch of theater to the already auspicious event, but if you would indulge me this once, it would be greatly thankful. I shall follow you to Raffrost and keep an eye on such thing as you blow the life and summon. Oh, where the heart of me races just to think of it. The Raffrost, Vexus, your legend awaits. There you go. Oh nice, all 6 of them have arrived. Oh, it's that one. Beautiful. Not even in my wildest flights of fancy did I ever dream witnessing such a sight. If I'm not mistaken, this is the immortal Kirin of the Eastern legend. Thank you, Vexus, for allowing me the chance to see this one with my own eyes. I shall treasure this moment as always. That the Kirin has responded to your summons can mean but only one thing. It assents to your command. It is always knew it would be, from the very moment we met. You are the one the hermit spoke of, the legend fit to call the legend forth. Beneath a crystal bower, a silent whistle sounds. Throughout that crystal tower, around the world resounds. So from its clouded kingdom, a golden steed descends, to bend the knee to a hero brave, and for its strength to lend. I'm positively overflowing with newfound inspiration, and is all thanks to you, Vexus. I shall call this song the Ballad of the Myth Rider. It shall be my finest creation yet. I have but one request, Vexus. As you ride into the world atop your legendary steed, do not forget to return me once in a while and recount your adventures. People the realm over may shout your praises, but who among them can set them to verse as well as I? It's a Kirin. I thought Kirin's only at one horn. Maybe the ones I'm used to. Alright, Kirin FIFA. Let's see. Mount guide. Ooh. It's shiny. Oh, it's the main theme from Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy's main theme. Waiting for the music to kick in. I mean, the music is already there, but... Oh. I thought it would continue, because the normal main theme goes on and on, usually. The chorus, yeah, that's nice. I heard that one. Normally it picks up a bit as well. There's different versions of the main theme. But this is the, it's a crystal theme. Crystal theme from Final Fantasy. I was expecting it to pick up even more, but... I'm not a massive fan of its looks though, to be honest. I prefer this one. Shiny. And the theme song, I like it as well. I appreciate you helping me out, Rachel. I just got a message from someone, so a little bit. I wasn't sure how long I would be able to stream tonight, and it seems that I will have to end my stream here. So I appreciate you for helping me out and getting my Kirin mount, and then I will stream again tomorrow. I have been streaming, we've only been streaming for about 1.5 hours. But, yeah. Alright, yeah, have a good night. And I'll probably speak to you or Joshua tomorrow. have a great night, and for all my viewers out there as well, thank you guys for joining. If you like the video, please leave it a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to help me out, please consider subscribing, as it will help me and my channel grow. Our first goal is 500 subs. My original goal is 1,000 subs by the end of this year. Let's see if we can do it. This is Daryl from Final Fantasy Fan. I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Till then. Alrighty, Rachel, then I'll probably catch you on Friday. I'll just continue the main story a bit on Thursday. And yeah, we can do some stuff together on Friday. Might have to push the main story quite a bit before I actually unlock some new content anyway, so I'm about to set foot in Heavensward. See ya. Thanks for help again. And for the rest of my viewers, till the next one. Till then.